and gentlemen, welcome back to the 50-50 Take It or Leave It podcast. And in today's episode, we talk about why we don't like New Year's resolutions, but also...
New Year, new me.
Why we have them.
Okay.
And in addition to that, our first D&D session back from, not spring break, winter break. Christmas.
Season premiere of this.
Happy holidays,
spring
all that
season.
good stuff. All that and more in today's episode.
Had to do it to him.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 50-50 Take It or Leave It podcast. In today's episode, New Year's resolutions. That's the first thing on the list, right?
Yeah.
New
Right,
Year?
guys?
No, they're stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, they.
Hard to argue.
It is an interesting topic. New Year's resolution. Sometimes
Like, why don't you just start your New Year's resolution before the New Year? Why
'Cause
why?
it's the new year. It's
Because-
New Year, new me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
Paul,
exactly.
It's supposed
fucking
to be, It's supposed
baloney.
to be a reset. You
It's
know?
an excuse for people to achieve their goal for 3 days and then stop.
That's true.
Why
I mean,
don't you
with
just
the
go-
year, the year
Why
that
don't you just go and do
2020
your
has
goal
been,
now?
But the year
What's
that
stopping
2020
you?
Has been, I can understand maybe people doing it
No, what's stopping you?
like a motivation for me personally.
There you
And
go.
The
That's
new
it.
year
That's
is going
gonna
to bring
change.
a new motivation to you.
Yes.
That
2020
makes no sense.
2020 is behind me now, and
Yeah,
now
and 2021 started off worse.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
No, it didn't. Kobe died at the start of 2020. So
Nothing.
No, that wasn't until
Yeah.
February.
that's the start of
That's the start of the year.
2020.
That's the start of the
yeah,
year.
that's the start of the year.
Essentially, that was like the biggest event of the
That
beginning
is
of the
biggest
year.
That's what started us down this road.
2020 started with World War III possibly happening.
No,
That was a meme.
that was a meme.
Okay,
2021
memes
might
don't
start
count.
with World War III happening.
It also
though.
started with wildfires.
Not World War III. That's the American Civil War.
We were doing Civil War II.
Two Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that why is that why our group chat's called that?
I
What?
just always do it whenever there's like a sequel.
D&D
for things.
chat.
Okay.
I always
okay.
call it something to
No,
Electric
it's
Boogaloo.
this. It's the 50-50
Yeah.
Oh,
part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
well, I know the group chat name.
Then why'd you ask?
If it was, yeah.
Got him.
God. All
Oh
right.
my god. All right.
Dag him and bag him, boys. We
Yep.
got him.
Yep. Lock him up.
No, but playing devil's advocate, I think people like New Year, New Me because it gives them hope that they're gonna. do
Yeah,
their
I get
goals,
it.
even though they're not gonna.
It's always
Well,
it's always
okay.
about that motivation.
Here's the
Hollywood.
thing. I wanted to start working out, and I've wanted to start working out for a long time. I was averaging like 1 run a month with it, which is terrible.
Right.
Absolute awful. Not what I need to achieve my goal. But I don't know. I've gone the past 2 days running, and it wasn't the start of the new year. It was like
Hey.
January 9th. So like
Okay.
it was the start of a week.
It's just about discipline.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess if you actually want to start something new, but
yeah.
that is something because I wanted to work out more too, but I've been having a lot less free time,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
by myself, like for working out and stuff. So
Yeah. We
Well,
just
it
did
also is
some-
easier. I mean, on Monday or on the 9th, they opened up the gyms again, which
made it a lot easier.
I did run outside, and it was a little scary because I did almost slip like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it
Uh,
then sidewalks be icy. Like I almost got
They got
tossed
that
up
drip.
on the ice a couple times. So
They got that drip.
they really do, and it hurts too when I fall. It's the worst. I'm fingers crossed. I haven't fell yet. I hope I don't.
I heard falling and breaking your wrist sucks.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah,
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be. It
I
ain't
wonder
me.
where I heard it from.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. An anonymous source, I guess.
For all those who don't know,
It was Mitch.
it was me.
Yeah.
he fell and broke his
He
wrist.
fell. And
I
broke
was
his
briskly
wrist.
walking across the street, and
Briskly. Ooh,
I was briskly.
I was
carefully walking on the
I was trying to
sidewalk,
catch up to a group of friends. Okay,
and
okay.
he got crossed up by the curb.
I did get crossed up by the curb.
Hit
broke
a mean hezzy, and he fell over.
broke my wrist. Forfeited like $500 working at the cheese plant because it was a holiday weekend, and I was gonna work like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Sunday and Monday would have been double time.
The price you pay for briskly walking down the street,
Trying to catch up
trying
to
to catch
some
up to some
friends.
friends.
All right, you
Your
two.
mom doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh, got him.
I'm kidding.
No comment.
All jokes aside,
I'm
though,
just kidding. She was not here.
I mean, do you guys have any kind of goals that you want to
I
kind of
do.
set for yourself, or you
I do.
already have set for yourself?
Did we not just talk?
I mean, I like
Y'all
setting goals.
are some hypocritical bunch.
Look,
I am what I am. I'm proud of it.
I'm one of the people who set these New Year resolutions. I'm gonna be honest with you. You are correct. Sometimes I don't do them all the way through.
Sometimes I'd like some. How many?
Well,
Give me a percent.
Well,
How many times
if
you
we
stick it
had to
through?
go from a percent, we're gonna put
Less than 5% is my guess.
We can go a little higher. I was gonna give like a like a 15, maybe a
50.
20.
All right. What are some of the ones that you've delivered on?
Well, I've started to get more social. That was my biggest one. I was never the most social person, and when I was, it was not good. So one year I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and be more social, talk more, be more, of a people person. And that's, and now I'm the person I am now, so I can be thankful for that. One of the ones that don't usually work is the diet one, because, you're on a diet, you go home from college, and then it's like the holidays, and there's a bunch of food, and then it's over.
Dude, on that topic, I was doing so good.
You're holding it down?
Like when I'm here at school, I don't have food.
It's not as tempting.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it's just like I
I
literally
did
don't
see
have
you
it.
after session or in between session last night. You did pour yourself a cup of Sprite.
Yeah.
I did see that. I was like, man, what are you doing,
I mean,
bro?
Sprite's not the worst thing to have.
Okay, it's not, but for Matt, that's pretty bad.
It's against his creed.
That's why I asked what was wrong. 'Cause I
Oh
saw
my
it.
god.
Yeah, dude, like,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
well,
But-
no, it was bad. Like pumpkin pie, like cheesecake.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
I
no,
went-
The
I
whole
went
no.
shebang, and he held it down.
For anyone that doesn't know, Matt does not eat sweets. Like you'll offer him a Cinnabon Delight
Yeah, I'd
from
be like,
Taco
"Nah, I'm
Bell, and he'd be
good."
like, "No, I'm good."
I don't want it.
Offer him a pop, "Nah, I'm good."
If
You
the
offer him a
temptation's
strawberry,
called
nah, I'm
upon
good.
him.
Dude,
Yeah.
like we had a cheesecake for like my mom for her birthday.
Yeah.
Because her birthday's on Christmas Eve.
Mhm.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was popping off.
Right. And like those two were like, yeah, we're trying to watch our weight, so we have this.
Gobbling down
And I'm just
cheesecake.
I was like, it's here. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat it.
yeah.
And that was that, and that was 75% of the pumpkin pie.
Oh God,
And then
dude.
it was
Yo, pumpkin
chips,
pie
and
do-
then it was
do smack,
turkey,
though.
and then it was all that, and like
Yeah.
we make hors d'oeuvres over.
Devil is.
Like-
You got the whole shit. It's over.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I
Count
gained
me
like
out.
8 pounds when I went to Mexico. So
how much did you eat, bro?
What?
You go on a
Yeah.
buffet in Mexico,
How
bro?
did you?
Did you?
they had all you can eat buffet and endless alcohol. What do you like? What do you
Oh, you
expect?
drank your calories.
Yeah, I definitely drank. I got.
Yeah,
that
that
would
makes
do.
way more
I was-
sense to me.
I was
Yeah. I was
buzzed
like-
most of the
I
time.
was like, what
and
the
drunk
hell
a
are you
good
going to
amount.
be eating? That caused you to gain 8 pounds?
I mean, it is
in
an
less
endless
than a
buffet.
Yeah, like that's
I
actually
don't know
kind
if
of
I
scary.
could pack on 8 pounds in a week.
Unless
if
you're
I was
like
trying.
Yeah.
It was a lot of and you
takes
got to
about
remember though.
10
Also,
buckets of KFC.
I was
for me.
laying around like tanning quite a bit. Like I went swimming, but it's the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah.
It's the ocean.
It's the ocean.
Sorry, not the flex.
Yeah.
But the
no,
flex.
No,
I swam in an ocean.
I swam that far away from a turtle.
Wow. That's
wow, I've swam with dolphins.
All right, you mother.
Not to flex.
That's the flag.
We did see dolphins. There was an opportunity to, and we were like, nah,
Fair.
dolphins aren't cool. I'm just kidding. I really wanted to, but it was like $35 a person.
Golly.
Yeah, I know.
They scammed you. They
Not
scammed
35 pesos, 35 American dollars.
You. Yep.
Not
converted.
pesos.
Not
No,
converted.
I bought some stuff at like the gift shops that were on the resort.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was in pesos.
No. I knew it was in pesos. It was like over it was like over
$100.
1,000 pesos.
I thought you were going to say
That's like
$1,000.
$100, right?
Yeah, it was about $100.
That is still up there for sure.
Yeah,
I thought you were going
it's
to say
right.
$1,000. I was going to be like, what?
Well, I had to tell myself it's pesos, because like you see the 1087, it's like, good God.
Jesus. Yeah.
It came across my bank statement on my bank app as $100. I was like, sweet.
And then they added like an extra zero there, and it turns to be $1,000.
By the way, I've lost all that weight. By the way,
yeah,
it was
Good on
there
you.
and gone.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you have
It
to
was
kinda
probably all the
lose it as
alcohol.
fast as you can gain it.
I threw up like 4 or 5 times on that trip.
Jeez,
man,
TMI. No, just kidding.
I was literally getting out of the pool one time and I had an empty glass from one of my drinks. I was like, bleh. It was really.
Oh my god.
That is actually gross.
That's horrible.
It was a low point.
I didn't even need to hear that
It
part.
was a low point.
It was a low point.
Listen, I can admit. All right.
Overall.
I can admit when I
Only 2 other people saw it. One of the people, because we went with like 5 families. It was like one of the siblings. So like,
They called you out, didn't they?
no, she saw me and she like started laughing, and I'm like, shut up, because I didn't want my mom or specifically my dad to see that,
Yeah.
because then they would have gotten really, 1, disappointed, and 2, worried about like my blood sugars and stuff. I just didn't want to. And then my sister also saw it, and I'm like, shut up, Maddie, because we were like walking back up to our hotel room, and I was like, don't tell mom and dad.
Listen, Maddie. Not a word.
You don't say
That's kind of how.
Alright.
That's kind of how it went.
anything.
Alright. You didn't see. Not.
You didn't see anything.
Okay, it was also like
Right.
85 degrees, so the alcohol was hitting really hard.
That's
And all they had
a
were
time where
Coronas.
85
Sweat,
degrees.
so salt. Oh right.
All right, I'm literally oozing with beer. So I guess to go back to the
Sorry, not
New
to
Year's
pull that
resolution.
off
Nah,
top.
topic,
all
yeah.
good. It's all good.
No. Yeah.
I just say
have
one of my
that.
failed one was always like the dieting one, but this year I'm on a more stricter diet. I started
But this year's gonna be
this.
different.
I mean, I damn well hope so. So I've
Wow,
been,
for the
And
past.
I'm just poking fun.
it's
too.
all good.
I know
That is literally me though. For the past 3, after I was done being an RA and I went to OM, like
You
that
started
was
just-
me being like, I'm gonna work out, and I've slowly gained weight since. I didn't gain any weight the year I was an RA because I do rounds,
Yeah, you're
and
physically active.
those rounds would be sweaty.
Yeah.
But
These weak knees heavy.
Yeah.
mom's spaghetti.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But you're gonna say something.
Yeah.
But like for the past 3 years, I've been like, all right, you're gonna work out, you're gonna diet, you're gonna lose weight.
Yep.
And yeah, it hasn't been successful so far. Same New Year's resolution as the last year and the year before that, and the year before that.
Yeah.
There's, I have allowed. I always shot for 150 as a goal weight for me. And then I was looking back at pictures on myself, and I'm like, I don't look that bad at 175. Like I hovered around the 175 to 180 mark. I was like, I look good. Like I don't look unhealthily skinny.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I got
You
down to
some,
150,
you got some bulk.
yeah, I got some
Yeah.
meat on my bones. And if I dropped to 150, I'd be very skinny.
Who would be 150? Gosh.
I mean,
that sounds so stupid.
at least
No,
Wow.
last time I checked for me, I was currently sitting at
sorry, Matt.
230, 240. Like
What am I doing wrong?
I made
Makes
I'm-
you feel better. I'm at 210. No, 212
no,
actually.
that doesn't help it. You're actually making it worse because you're telling them, look at all this weight that I have compared to you.
I can give it to you. Do you want some?
No,
I've got a lot of boob to go around.
please, God, no. More boob to go.
I don't have any ass to give you though. I need to keep all
well,
of that.
that is
That's what I was
Terrible.
looking for. I wanted to fill these jeans.
yeah.
Dude,
Please.
same. I got told one time, like, I was like, yeah, I got a decent butt. And they were like, Mitch, your butt is like super flat. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, it's not.
No, it's not that bad. It's got a little there. And she's like, no, it's flat.
It's non-existent.
I'm like,
Pancake butt.
oh.
Actually, can I borrow that for ironing?
I need to iron my fucking clothes.
It's kind of how it was the rest of the ride to where we were going. I was like,
Oh dang, the
Yikes,
ride. Oh, that's gonna be a while. Yeah, my goal weight 200 for sure. I've started doing like I know.
I feel like Matt does not want to be a part of this conversation.
it's okay.
I don't even know what I should my goal weight should be.
Well, it depends on weight.
I've
what you-
gained-
Let's be goal.
weight.
Let's be goal weight buddies. 175, bro.
175. How am I gonna pack on that much weight?
Okay. So
It's gonna have to be through fat because it's not gonna
yeah.
be through muscle.
So you want to be weight buddies, but one's going down and,
one's
the other one
going-
has to go up.
Yeah,
and
we
it.
meet
A
in the middle.
lot.
Yeah,
I'm
he
at
has
like
to gain-
148.
He
right
has to
now.
gain like 25 pounds.
I have to
and you need
lose
muscle,
yeah,
too.
and you need to lose it to meet him.
I need to lose like 35.
Yeah, but
It's easier to lose weight
Then
than to
the
get it to
gain is
pack
that-
on.
Yeah, that is very,
you
very
have to
true.
pack
I'm
on
gonna
a lot.
plateau at like 150.
Yeah.
So that's only 2 pounds.
I know.
you
I
take
gotta get rid of the fat though.
Yep.
But
What
you're
am I
not that
talking about?
fat.
I am.
There's probably, there.
You know, people say the same thing about me.
Watch.
I heard
Do
that on
you
the
wanna
mic.
see-
I think that registered on the
Do you want
mic.
to see mine?
Look up.
I saw.
If I can do this,
There, that means.
there's a problem.
Yep, there's something there.
For everybody who's not in the room with us, I'm flicking my belly and watching it ripple.
It's like a.
It was
like
actually pretty
Jell-O.
enjoyable.
It's like ASMR. Kinda.
It's not.
No, no.
It makes me feel bad. My girlfriend was poking my belly the other day, and she's like, poke, poke, poke. And I was like, this is degrading.
Wow.
I hate this.
Wow, you don't need to flex on me like that. I can't even say on us because Kyle has a girlfriend as well.
That was us
That was us
high-fiving.
high-fiving.
Go screw. You guys go screw yourselves, okay? Go screw yourselves.
that was us giving each other a bro high five. Look,
Screw you.
I mean, one of the things that I've done is just doing doing the intermittent fasting thing that people do, keeping time frames 3 to 9. I don't eat anything before that. I don't eat anything after that. It helps.
I was good.
Yeah.
You were.
Yeah.
I have a here. I'm gonna show
Like
you
you had
guys.
like a
Not
plan
to
and stuff?
flex,
He
but
sent me ab workouts.
yeah.
Yeah.
When
I
your
was-
buddy sends you ab workouts, he's dedicated.
That means he wants to help you while also doing it as well.
It's like,
he's helping. He
Yeah.
wants to motivate you to do it as well because he wants us to flourish,
It's true.
to strive.
All right. Let me find it real quick.
But yeah,
I think he's gonna show us a shirtless picture.
I am 100%.
Boom. Are we exchanging? Damn, dude, that's actually.
This is how I looked.
the perfect man.
Like,
the perfect.
it's not the perfect man, but like,
that-
there's
no,
definition.
That's
Yeah.
like.
there is
That's
some
that's
leanness.
C tier porn star right there.
That is a weird description for your co-host and friend to be calling him.
I
Yeah, you look like a C-lister.
immediately regret.
Yep, showing at least
This.
him. I'm hyping him up. I'm like, okay.
No, I agree. Like it. That's
No
good.
one has ever took C-list porn star as a
Mitch.
compliment.
Dude, nice.
At least go A-list, S-list. Like
It don't look like that anymore. You just
That's
saw.
how I used to look. Like that's
Hey!
not great. That's not that, but compared to now,
I feel bad for showing my picture.
I
Would you
couldn't
like to see?
Sure, I might as well. My God, it's
Look
like
at him.
It's
He's
like
a
a titan.
Chad.
It's like a titan.
oh my god. But yeah, that's what I want to get to. That was at 175, 173.
Yeah, I can never break 200. That's like my limit. Like at my best,
Going lower.
nah, I kind of felt content at 200 because like
Well,
my
'cause
my
you have
peak
to-
weight was like 205.
You have to remember, you have more muscle than probably both of us. Would you say?
Yo, yeah,
Yeah,
by
for sure,
far.
and that weighs
Your
more.
your arms are tanked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, you are.
they're big boys. But yeah, my goal weight is 205.
Kablamzo.
Mostly because of it's just toning down the gut mostly for me.
It's from all that
Yeah.
DoorDash delivering over the
Yeah,
summer.
that oh my god, dude. When I was like in the summer, because like I do DoorDash and I'd also work out. So like I was at
Yeah,
my
COVID
like
actually was good for me.
it was like I was like at a good spot where I was like 205, and I was like I feel great.
See-
And then college and then quarantine hit, and I was like I feel terrible. I've gained double the pounds that I've gotten.
opposite.
And it's yeah, I know. Like for some, quarantine can turn you from like good to bad, and for some, it turns them from bad to good.
I had nothing but free time and somebody who was way more athletic than me, like always talking about how they're going on run stuff. I'm like, okay,
I'll
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
go
it
on
too.
runs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, you can run like 6 miles. I'm running 7.
Yeah.
Can you
gotta
really run
push-
7 miles?
I could. Probably not now.
I could maybe run.
I can barely run a
But
mile.
that's just because my ankles are so.
Okay, I'm gonna say like I went and ran tonight, and I had to wear a mask in the fitness center. Dude, oh my god, I got like to like about halfway, and I was like out of
How far?
like half a mile.
Yeah, with a mask, I get that.
Well, half mile. Yeah, I started running. I mean, I finished the mile,
Yeah.
but I like was pulling my mask up and down because everyone else was wearing their mask. I was,
You have to
Good
gotta
God.
keep it safe. I was
I was running out of breath though.
No, yeah, no, I get
No,
that.
yeah.
I was doing some workouts like running on the elliptical because I'm an elliptical boy, so that's how I
All right.
roll.
Yeah,
better
that's how I started.
And,
Better for your knees.
Yeah, and I did a mile, but I also did it with level 7 resistance and like level 5 incline to give myself more like with my knees and legs and arms. I just think for me the elliptical is a better workout than the treadmill. The treadmill is good too, but having the full body movement where you put your arms on the bars, you got your legs going too all at once in one cohesive movement, to me feels a lot better than me having to go full sprint on a trail on like a little track thing, and then I slip and fall. I've seen a lot of accidents done on treadmills. Right, the things look like road burn, and I'm like, I don't need that.
I mean, you just don't go above what you.
Yeah,
can do,
you don't go above what you do, and I'm also just like, I just feel content with the elliptical just because of that full body movement, and I also have.
How fast do you run, Mitch, when you go for a
Yeah,
run?
how much?
I used to do 8.5. I average between 6 to 6.5.
I was gonna say that's where I like run, because then I don't like tire myself
It's like
out.
it's
I
like
can,
more like
guess how I
jogging.
go, like,
Yeah.
It's not full sprint because then you're gonna
Right.
burn out. So
Well, and if you want to do endurance training,
then yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna tire yourself out.
There's
It's
only been
really
one
quick,
time
right?
I was able to run 3 miles. But that was partially because I was on an emotional.
Best way to get in shape is to have someone emotionally hurt you or be on some sort of emotional mess.
because
up.
you want to show
I will
them how wrong
I,
they were.
I will say, like, I was in an emotionally abusive relationship when I was like at my physical fitness prime.
Weird how that
Like
works.
people were, it was an abusive, toxic relationship, and I was like peak physicality.
I was at my peak, but I
Which really sucks.
physically, but mentally I was at my lowest. Yeah.
Oh yeah, mentally, emotionally, I was fucked.
Yeah.
But physically, it was great.
Yeah, like getting dumped, like right after that, hit the gym.
Yeah, you either
Hit
have
the
you have
gym.
2 options. It's like
You could get dumped
work
on New Year's,
that.
and you
You make
have
a New Year's resolution to
Yeah,
to work out.
Hey,
And-
there you go.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean,
that would
Yeah.
suck.
I wouldn't
though.
say go out there and try to break up with somebody.
No, yeah, don't do that. We don't condone that.
We're not going to condone, hey, break up with someone right now and then work out and you'll be okay. But yeah, you only really have 2 choices. You either work out and get those feelings out then, or
Well, and
the
that's
other
like a good
way.
way to like build on.
Yeah,
those,
or
too,
it's the
because-
other way and you sit in your room and you sulk. I've done both. Obviously, one works better
One
than
is
the other.
better than the other.
One
but
is better than the other.
We don't condone either.
We don't condone either, but
Hey, sometimes
Good
Luke
coping
Bryant and Luke
mechanisms,
Combs and Brad Paisley just hits differently.
not same. I don't do that. When I
don't.
work out, if I'm
Oh
sad,
no, not for workout, for
oh,
sad boy
for
hour.
when sulking.
No, I
break
listen
up.
to Eminem and hardcore rap when I run,
When you run, do you know what I listen
or
to? when I
80s
run?
rock.
I'm sorry. I'm
What?
sorry.
What
for
is
this.
it?
It's
Let's hear-
pop.
I get
There
no,
is some-
but pop
there is some
too.
good
Pop
pop
works.
songs.
Pop's awesome. I
I
used
don't
to
know,
listen to top 40s when I'd
Are
run.
we talking about like recent pop or like?
Like 2016s, I think I like went into your playlist.
Yeah.
2016 had a lot of bangers, but
My playlist, nice.
yeah,
yeah, it's not,
Top hits from 2016.
yeah,
It's a,
because like
in
my
2016 had some good
footfalls hit with a lot of the beat,
yeah,
and so it was like super easy. Yeah, exactly.
And when you run, your pace is super important.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
You want to keep that pace up, or else it's gonna.
Yeah, because then
Completely
someone
throw
would
you
go, and I'm
off.
like, no, this is trash. Give me some more bangers.
please. I need that bump
God.
and bass. I need something, please. Yeah, no,
More Ariana Grande.
More-
More Ariana
Dude,
Grande.
really
Please.
though.
yeah, that's
Oh,
fair.
what was her song from 2016? Side to
Bang
side.
Bang?
No, side
Ooh.
to side. Where
Okay.
she's doing
Yeah,
the,
the
she,
treadmill. Yeah.
yeah,
That's the one.
banger of a song.
Yeah, when I
Go
when
check
I
it
work
out.
out,
I think it's okay. Bang Bang Bang. I think is better. She got a booty
Either-
like a Cadillac.
True.
Sorry,
I think the stuff that I
True.
listen to is either
that's a phrase in the song.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not-
No, I know, I
it's
know.
not better.
for me. I think my workout
But she
music
doesn't
is it's either because
Victorious?
I have 3 rap playlists. All right, one they're called
Before working out.
and also just listening on the go and stuff. One is called, well, they're all called Rap Bops, but it's like a series, right? So we have Rap Bops, then we have Rap Bops 2, Electric Boogaloo, and then we have Rap Bops 3, which is called Return of the King. Now, they don't really go to a different tone. One has more like chiller, slower rap songs. Some have more high, upbeat ones. And then I also listen to a couple of like rock stuff to really get me into like a fitness mood. Like really like I want to go hard, work and all that stuff. And it helps. I mean, having music honestly to me is a good way to work out because doing it in silence, I don't know how some people can do it. It's just weird to me that like people would
Dude.
just work out in silence, no
Yeah.
music, no nothing to like pump you up, nothing to really get you in that zone. You're just in there.
I have to listen to Beast in Black when I'm lifting now.
Yeah, like I
I
have to listen to
can't not.
music. If my
Beast in
AirPods like
Black.
die or like if I'm like listening to music and they die in the middle of a workout, I'm just like, Great.
So Beast in Black is the one where Arthur came back, and it's
Yeah.
also the
Oh,
playlist that I
gotcha,
go
gotcha.
through when you guys
No
are
Surrender
recapping.
and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty
Super
good.
good.
Pretty good.
But I'm with you right there. Like I used to have these really crappy. They were wireless. I mean, they're not that crappy, but eventually they were. I found them. I worked on summer staff 2 summers ago,
Yeah,
and I found them in an apartment. And I was like,
Finders Keepers.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah,
And
those are the ones you gave to me. I forgot.
oh, that was no. I
Yeah.
found 2 pairs that summer.
He
I
found
gave
2
one to
pairs,
Kyle,
Gave one to me,
and I
then-
never got them back.
And then and they're still at my house.
Yep. Anyway, the pair I
Still
kept
there.
was kind of like they had the string that runs around the backside of your neck.
Yeah.
And they had the sport grips to go on the back of your earlobes
So you can kind of
or the back of your ears.
Yeah.
So eventually I used them so much where one side like stopped working. So I would
That
have
is
to
the
run with one
worst.
clipped on my collar and the other one plugged in. And it just wasn't the same because I could hear my footfalls, and that really throws off my pace. If I hear my footfalls, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't run. I'm done. I'm done. Like 2 minutes in, I'm done.
You have to have something playing in the background just to kind of get you in a zone, a mindset.
Do you know what's really weird I like to do while I
no,
run?
Sir, no, sir.
I love watching football.
To like get into the workout mood.
No. While I'm running.
Oh.
You know what my perfect like workout routine would be?
What?
Like lifting and then going for like a run through like some woods.
Really?
Like
that
if,
rocky
if I had like a
stuff.
trail and shit, yeah,
Yeah.
I would really love that.
Well, there is the nature walk outside of school.
Yeah,
Which it's not
Nah.
the best. It's really not, but
I don't even want to know how many times I'd have to lap that to get like the mileage I'd get
Yeah.
out of it.
I walked around it not too long ago, and I was just walking, and I checked because I was recording how long it would take to walk it. I walked about 2 miles, and I was like going from the street near like Sweetland, that trail, and then I went all the way toward the the spot near ST and all that, and on that side, and then I walked along the other side. Took about 2 miles. Wasn't like the worst thing, but I also was doing it for like my movie too, like for the set stuff. Which
I was gonna say the route I run on when I'm running outside, my watch consistently records it at like 1.6 miles, which I'll start like where my old patio used to be, Tegan's apartment now. I would start and go all the way down,
just like
all the way down the road to where it curves, and then keep following it, and then I take a left, go past the baseball fields, and then to the nature center or nature walk, and then loop around the REC, and then come back.
Yep, that's not a bad one.
Which is
Do you
about
know,
a 1.6.
Where Domino's is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one that I would run when I was outside before it got like super cold and I stopped. I'd run from Lincoln Center
Okay.
up down Birch. is
Yeah,
it?
like
Yep.
down
Yeah.
the main
all
street.
the way down Birch
Okay.
until we get to the like intersection where you turn to go to Domino's, but I turn right instead. I
Okay.
go all the way down, come back, and then I do it as many times as I can before I
Wow.
get tired.
So
Dude, you are a heck of a runner.
Yeah, because like running from Lincoln, which is on
That's
the
like-
very, very end
That's
of
like cross country stuff.
Yeah.
I
Like, to run all the way down past, like, because I was thinking the intersection like near Sweetland, but you're talking about the one near Domino's, which is even farther than that, because then you're reaching like
you go
apartments and
past
stuff.
Sweetland.
Yeah, you're going like toward the
Yeah,
apartments
you
and
go-
everything.
You go past the apartments.
Yeah, you go even past that, and then you
Yeah,
just
there's an electrical box that I go and touch.
and then you just
Like when you go down on the right side of the road, because I don't go
Yeah.
all the way down like that,
No.
because that goes into like no like power and stuff.
Yeah,
and I'm
so
like,
you-
eh.
so yeah,
Yeah.
So stop and go, and I go back
not bad, and you do it as much as
as
you
I
can.
can. Yeah,
And I mean that's good too, honestly. But
I don't even want to try doing that now. I probably make one trip there and back, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Ugh."
I think
Stupid.
just
I'm so dumb, bro. I need to get back in shape. I'm
Yo,
gonna work
I
out
mean
after
that's
done
that's
here now.
I mean I guess that's why people make New Year's resolutions to
Yeah,
be giving you that
well,
goal. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I tried to do it. I'm gonna
work
have to
out
set myself
every
a
night.
goal. Now see
No,
those,
I'm not gonna say I'm gonna try. No, I am working out every
it's
night.
it's not a
How
matter
are
of
you
if you
working
can.
out?
It's a matter of if you
Or
will.
Right.
when.
I can and I will.
It's kind of just whenever I can. Because
Yeah.
Honestly,
I can't tell you. I want to try to do it either early in the mornings, but I've been really shitty about that because
Getting up and working in the morning is so.
I
do you
prefer
guys know
doing
about
that.
pre-workout? Do you know what that is?
yeah, get
Yeah.
you going. I
Okay.
took it one time.
What is it? Like, is it?
I don't
like
know
a,
what's
is
in
like
it.
A mix, basically.
yeah,
It's like a
just-
protein shake that
it's-
you blender bottle. I don't know what's
Yeah.
in it.
It gives you a lot of stuff, but like it can
It's like caffeine
really
times
works.
5.
Yeah, it really does. Or you can just drink a standard protein shake, or you could just do.
Okay. I didn't know
Like,
if there was like
you don't-
some like.
There's not like a super secret mega. I mean, there might be, but like you can either just fuel up on a protein shake right before.
Okay,
I
see,
think-
I don't agree with that. You guys
I mean, you
should
can also do it with
shouldn't-
an empty stomach too.
You shouldn't do a protein shake before. You should do it after,
After?
because your muscles need the protein to heal.
Oh, right.
Fair,
Wouldn't you just?
but you can
It
also
takes
do
time
it.
to go through your body though, right? So it depends on how long your workout is.
You can also do it before if
True.
you really want
Well,
to.
okay,
pack
we're
your
not
muscles
doing
with
3-hour
more
workouts.
Yeah,
No, that's what I'm saying.
If you're doing 3 hours, then yeah, do it after. But
Right.
if you're doing like 45 to an hour, maybe just go with drinking it beforehand.
Why would you take it before though?
You gotta give your
It's gotta
muscles.
work through your system.
You gotta work through the system, and also kind of helps your muscles get.
And
Takes more
and along
punishment.
that logic, your body repairs muscles at night, so you should probably take them before bed then too.
Yeah, speeds it up at least.
Right.
Gives
Well,
you
it
those.
gives
proper-
it more.
Yeah.
I can't imagine an excessive amount of. I don't know.
Yeah. I also heard that
before or
working out
after?
on a.
I think you should take it after.
I also
Okay.
heard that working out
But
on a.
I don't know. I mean, look at me. I don't obviously know that much about athletic training.
I know one
Same.
guy. He was like a comedian, and I guess I'll just leave
Same.
it. I'll leave it at this
Mr.
point.
Potato
But
Head.
like a good pre-workout also maybe is just not even eating at all. Like one of the people who've really changed their body into like a toned, like muscular kind of is like Kumail Nanjiani. He's like he was a comedian and he's in like the Marvel Eternals.
Oh, I know who you're
And
talking about.
Yeah, and he bulked up and looks like a god. And it's like, what? How did he do this? So he's like, oh yeah, when I work out, trainer, and also he's like, I drink a lot of beet juice, which is like, okay. And he was also like, whenever I guess like a tip is like, whenever I work out, I do it on an empty stomach. It
No,
gives
and
him-
I agree with that.
It gives you more energy than doing it with a full stomach. So like, don't eat right before
I
workout.
do know that.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Do you know what really sucks about exercising and trying not to eat before you go work out?
What?
Being diabetic and seeing your blood sugar is at
Oh,
like
And you-
125
and you have to.
and you have to. It like kills me on the inside. I'm like,
It's the worst.
I have to eat because I'm gonna go low in 20 minutes. It's gonna drop super hard and I'm gonna die.
Yeah, because working out, if you work out and you're low, it's not good.
Because you take like high sugar things, so it's not a lot of food, but it gets you like back up quick.
Just something to.
It's gonna spike it and then I'm gonna drop hard, and then the
It's gonna
workout is gonna
crash.
drop it even harder.
Yeah, it's gonna
Ah.
crash. Yeah,
Because like that's a bad thing about diabetics and drinking pop. The pop like
would cause
spikes
it.
you and then
it
drops you
crashes.
again.
It's like
it
a
doesn't
certain.
equalize.
No,
No, well, it's
It
not a
gives you-
steady carb. Like your body burns through it really quickly since it's a simple
It-
sugar.
It gives you like
Yeah.
a simple spike in sugar, and
Like
then
whole wheat bread and peanut butter. It's got a lot of protein. It's got those complex carbs. That when you eat that, it takes a little bit to get going.
but it keeps it.
But then it's like a good snack for a diabetic is a glass of milk and a peanut butter sandwich because the milk helps spike it,
peanut butter
and
keeps
then
it
the
there.
peanut butter and complex
Keeps it
bread
high,
keeps
yeah.
it going.
Okay.
If
Wow.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Little
yeah.
diabetic
That-
lesson
that
for
makes
y'all.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I
And it's
guess with
also
that,
healthy, too.
That's all we really want is just some healthy stuff. So
Yeah.
No, but I was just asking because I don't know like how to actually like work like a lot of
Yeah.
the machines like in the gym.
Right.
That's why I don't go there a lot.
well, we're gonna start doing it quite a bit.
I have
mean,
my 3 machines I go to. No, 4 machines. The pull-up bar one,
Okay.
the leg sled one. I really
Yep.
like that one because it makes my calves and my thighs and everything just massive. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's
Yep.
one thing that I like. I
Man.
run, but I don't do like leg workouts.
And
Legs are
that's my
important.
mentality. I'm like stronger legs, faster running because you have more power.
or you
behind
just
you
or
when
it's
you
just more
stride.
endurance to run because then you can just run for longer.
Well, what
Your
I mean
legs
is
are
like
stronger.
I skip leg day.
Yeah.
Like,
Shouldn't
I-
skip leg day.
that's
Leg
what
day.
everybody tells me, but I'm like, I don't know any of the workouts.
I also
I just do leg
that.
sleds.
I'm a purveyor of that as well. but
Right.
maybe I'll start doing them more, but mostly it's arms, cardio, and gut for me. I mean, my arms already look like
I don't use a
tanks,
machine for
but,
my
like,
gut.
I just kind of keep it. Yeah, he doesn't use
I
machines.
can't figure the machine out. It doesn't feel like
For which one?
for like core workouts.
There's a core workout machine in the gym that you can use. It's not
Yeah, it's super complex and
instead of
difficult. I
doing like
can't figure it
sit-ups
out.
and crunches, there's like a bar you kind of put up to your chest and you just move and lean back and forth like this. And you can
It's
set
supposed
you
to be
can
like a
set the weight.
resistance
Yeah, you
workout.
can set the weight to a certain resistance so that way you really have to like force it down and then you go back up. It's like a sitting crunch almost.
I feel like I get more out of it if I just do crunches and sit-ups.
I use the machine, and personally, it kind of works for me more. I don't like doing sit-ups and
Well,
crunches.
Is it getting you the results you want?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean,
Is it?
Like no
That's-
cap. Like is it like doing
when
what
I
it needs to?
when I used machines back at my community center near my house, I'd always use that abdomen machine, and it slimmed me down pretty well. I'd also mix it up with elliptical cardio stuff, so that way it's still burning through it, and then you just keep doing that over and over, and eventually you should have a slimmer, if not more toned, stomach. That's what I've been doing. There's also just been we've also been trying to do healthier lifestyle with eating too, because that always helps.
It's so hard here.
It's
man.
hard. It's hard. You
Cause
have
I'm
to-
on the meal plans, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know the one thing I eat that I'm like, okay, this has to be not like just god awful for me? It's the omelets.
Omelets.
Yeah.
I get the omelet, and Chartwells. If anyone from Chartwells ever listens to this podcast, please make the omelets full size.
Yeah.
The first day back here, they made it full size. I was shocked and I was so happy. The next day, it took up half the space the first one did.
I really want an omelet now, but I think with
You're
that,
right, though.
What? I want to pay someone. I want to give them my money to make sure that I have the specific person that does a good job.
Yeah.
I'm getting sad because one person out there gives a shit. One
They
of
do.
them.
Yeah.
I know
There's,
they do.
there's someone out there who knows.
There
how to
is
make
surprisingly
damn good
a few of those cooks that do give a shit. And they do try.
There's one that looks like it's kind of off topic, but one that looks like Mike Shinoda from fucking Linkin Park, and I was like, I always
There
called
was-
him Mike Shinoda, and he always made the bombest omelets too. I don't know if he still works there, but he was lit.
There was one guy that was it was 2 years ago. He had a bunch of tats, and I think he told me one time he was in prison for a while. Like
He made a
not
damn good
dude. His like breakfast skills were on point. Like I would be like,
knew.
is the jail guy at the? Oh, he is. Yes, I'm
Is
gonna
the
go get
j-
breakfast.
you
right.
said is the jail? I hope you didn't ask someone that. Hey,
No.
is the jail guy
No, it was
working
mental.
today?
Mental.
like it's so bad. Like I don't feel like I'm getting enough of that I'm thinking about going in and actually like sitting down and ordering. Because usually I'm just like I don't have time for
Yeah,
that.
you go
like,
through Boost.
like give me
Yeah.
my stuff. I can pick it up and then I. Can
But
go to the
sometimes
restaurant.
it's like maybe I should just stay.
Well,
at
now it's
yeah.
like I literally don't think I'm getting enough from
Yeah.
this anymore. Cause like I'm no cap. This was like the one I got today.
What the heck?
This was the one I got before.
Oh, they're
This is
lowering
the good
portion
one.
sizes. Yeah.
Then, and,
Could you
and
s-
this was the second one I just got, and I'm just like, am I the only one seeing this? Hello.
Hello? Well, damn.
Wow.
So that's what I mean when one person actually cares. By the way, I'm sorry for everybody out there. I did
It's-
something with my hands.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. It was bigger before. It's not bigger now. We are upset.
But anyway, the point that I was trying to get to, taking the long route here.
We like the long routes here on
Yeah.
50-50.
Well, yes, we do. Chartwells doesn't like have a lot of options for everybody.
No, especially with COVID now.
You either get what they usually give you. Maybe
Do
they
you
might
know
give
what-
you some kind of deviation, but
Do you know what I would eat
Like-
every morning when I was an RA?
What?
I'd go in, I'd have biscuits and I'd take one biscuit, split it in half.
Yeah.
Gravy on top,
Mm.
cottage cheese, and fruit. That was my breakfast every morning.
Fruits, like
fruit is good.
it's good. Chartwells fruit
Not very good.
is
Yeah, bad.
Strangely
I
sauce.
it was when they would put the I have to go early in the morning.
yeah, okay.
Is when they would
okay.
do the specific containers for each selected fruit.
that
Strawberries,
go?
blue. I know,
Where
right?
did that go?
They
Not
had to
now.
change it up.
Now it's muskmelon and cantaloupe.
Yeah.
Why would I want that?
No, I hate that.
Yeah.
I do.
It's the worst.
And they're like, here, and I'm like, oh, where's the strawberries?
Where's the
the
blueberry?
blueberries?
Where's the raspberries?
We ran out.
Give
That's
me
it.
the not.
I will take
muskmelon.
mushy
ran
raspberries
out.
over nice muskmelon every
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
And like, I like watermelon. I don't like watermelon mixed in with all my other fruits because it ruins the other fruits.
It
Hot
does.
Take.
It does.
Hot take. Hot take. Hot take. Hot take.
Is that the sound of a phone camera going on?
I took a
Whose
little-
phone is
took
out
a
right
little
now?
Picture.
Whoa.
Took a little snap.
Who you snapping, Kyle? Oh
In the
wait, you
middle
have a
of our
girlfriend.
Podcast.
Yeah, I wonder who does that.
Unprofessional. Speaking of unprofessional, I had to go to the bathroom. So,
That was
Okay.
great.
I think that's a great
Yeah.
segue.
Fair
for
enough.
our break.
All right.
And I suppose we're back
Yes,
for
sir.
our regularly scheduled D&D program talking points.
Yes.
Yes.
Time.
We are here.
As
It has
per
happened.
usual, I will take a back seat. Guys, what happened?
Well, it was crazy.
Yeah. So, out of character, we haven't done it in a little while, so I'm really excited. And we start off with I guess a literal bang. If the bang was a giant ooze creature
With eyes
with
and
eyes
mouths.
and maws. So, me and Arthur wake up first because we rolled pretty high, which I was also like, okay, we started off strong. We got some good rolls. And we noticed this cylindrical stonework, kind of, I call it like a tube, but it's more like just a stone cylinder kind of thing with runes on it. I was immediately like, what is that? Did a couple Arcana checks to see. And it started to activate. So we were like, okay. So my first thought was security measure, but then I was like, security measure doesn't make any sense because it would have activated when we got in the house. So it goes off, and out comes this, I guess, gelatinous. Would that be a word for it? No.
I was imagining more ghouly,
I was
ghostly
thinking, like,
figure.
I was thinking like one of the aboliths, but like blue. I know it's not that, but for some reason I thought
It was like this flesh,
Like-
ooze monster with mouths and
so like
eyes. and,
like the blob
but
from
with
yeah, with like a lot of
like,
maws
like,
and
like
eyes.
human flesh. Like,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kinda,
So that thing
just a
came out.
bad
It's
time.
it's gross.
It was
So,
amazing.
It comes out, and me and Arthur are like, what are we doing? So, the creature is pretty big. It's dangerous. I get sidelined a little bit. I get blinded by some goop that it spit
Well,
at
first
me.
you get put in a trance.
First, I get put in a trance because it
The
has
whispers.
yep, because of the whispers.
The mouths speak.
And then I also was blinded, so I was getting. Luckily I didn't take any like actual damage. The one time I was about to, somehow, the gods above smiled upon me and said he missed all of them, and I was like, thank God. So I get blinded. I'm already sidelined for that. But then Arthur, he's like, all right, well I got a way where people can wake up. So he takes out his rifle, and he just blasts that thing. And it like goes into him, but it kind of just it doesn't really it doesn't really wound him. But the shot was really all that mattered because it woke everybody up.
Yep.
Well, not everybody, because that's for later. But everyone wakes up to and they see this creature. It starts to like split in two, and eventually we're gonna have to fight like two of them at the same time. We did pretty well in that fight. There were some moments where it seemed like things might turn for the worse, but overall we did pretty damn good. Like,
Well, here's the thing. So Leafa hit it a couple times with their crossbow,
Yeah,
right?
like-
with their crossbow.
she
Hit it with sneak attack. Almost hit it for 30 damage.
It was insane.
Rogue's roguing, man.
I was like, she Rogan. Like, she's actually like Rogan. Like, she hit sneak attack, and the damage was
Pretty
magnifique.
Yep.
I forgot how strong rogues can be, especially with the sneak attack. Oh my God.
I hit it a couple times with some melee
Yeah.
because I love my dual swords.
Even
I rolled really well on that damage too.
yeah.
It was almost 20.
Almost max twice.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, I
really, really good.
It was a 5 and a 6.
Everyone kind of did pretty well. Even I did surprisingly well, even when I was blinded. I thought,
Hey, you over there with your natural 20s, bro.
yeah, I mean, I
On
wasn't,
disadvantage. But
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna roll disadvantage. They're gonna be like kind of low, but I was also like, my glaive kind of makes up for the attack bonus, so I roll like a 12 and then a 20, and I'm like, well, at least it's high. At least it's like, that's
I
really
feel like
good.
it wasn't even that hard to hit though.
Yeah, I mean, some rolled what, like 14 to like hit
Yeah.
it. Like, was it? Yeah,
It wasn't that hard to
it
hit.
wasn't hard. I mean, it was a big, fleshy creature, big things usually, unless
Well,
they
yeah,
have
and
a lot
it's
of
split
great
in
armor.
two, and we took them both out, and like
Yeah.
bam, bam.
But like, I surprisingly made my 2 hits on it, killed it, and I was like, well, that I did it. And everyone else beat the ever loving crap out of that other one. Like they were just mauling it. And
The problem was is when you attacked it in melee, it gave you damage.
it gave damage back because it's slashing back at you with its. You know,
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's a lot of maws. It kind of reminds me of The Thing now that I think about it, like from the movie The Thing, where it's like that gelatinous kind of creature thing with a bunch of different mouths in different areas. But the fight ends. We all kind of recuperate. The saliva goop comes off of my face after, you know, Arthur tried to wipe it off with a handkerchief and somehow knocked me in the ear and put me down on the ground. And we come to notice that, you know, even with a gunshot ringing in that, you know, in the house,
None of the animals woke up.
None of the
Lucifer
animals-
didn't wake up,
Yep.
and Aaron, who is
or the owner,
the owner of the house, and my teacher mentor.
I said math teacher. I was gonna be.
Yes, he taught me only arithmetics.
Yeah, he taught me calculus.
Yeah, no, he's the owner of the house. He used to be my
Yeah.
God. You just said the name. Mentor. There you go. That slipped twice out of my brain now. I'm having
all
kind of
good.
a brain fart kind of night.
That's all good.
But
It's the best of us.
right.
Yeah.
But the mentor didn't wake up. Neither pets woke up, and Lucifer didn't wake up.
Which was very strange because, you know, a gunshot usually would wake people up. And
But we didn't find them at first.
yeah, no, I think it was.
We looked around and we found this really, really cool dragon statue.
Yep.
With an orb in the middle,
Mhm.
and we learned that it holds. Well, first off, it's said to not exist, like it got lost,
Yeah,
and we found it.
and he did find
We should
it.
turn it in. You know what? That's what we should do with it. We should turn it in.
We should turn in this very important, powerful artifact into the authorities immediately.
Nope, we're
But
not going to do
there
that.
is a reason it is here and not with the authorities. But
It holds dragon attacks.
the dance of the dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Which
From a
is-
guy that's really into dragons.
From a guy who is.
It is a dragon.
Mostly a dragon.
Part dragon.
Kind of a dragon. I like dragon stuff. But yeah, we saw all these really interesting, well, antiquities from the Master of Antiquities' house, which are very strange because these are highly powerful. He's keeping them in his house.
Then we look a little deeper and we find Lucifer,
Yeah, so
but he doesn't talk back to us
So-
anymore.
I
So
believe it
explain
was
why it took so long.
yeah. So Timeless, I believe, was the one who gave
What's the house filled with?
It's full of statues.
Full
Statues
statues,
and
yeah.
artifacts.
statues, artifacts, yeah, and
Oh, that's right. We didn't find it until after doing some serious investigating.
yeah. So
Mhm.
Because we went up to Aaron's room and he wasn't there, but his room was ransacked.
we also found
Yeah, sorry. I forgot about
before
that.
the scuffle, well, even after the scuffle, when, you know, Timeless came up with the idea of, like, we have to see if they're awake. We check, they're not there. Very strange. Like, I guess it was like they retained, like, the shape of the. Was it that they retained the shape that if they were laying in, and if you pressed it, it was just nothing there. That's kind of what I got the impression of. Like, it was like, oh, it looks like they're there. You press down on it, they're not there. And
oh yeah.
turns out that
Well, and when
they
we looked,
disappeared.
when we looked through the orb, we in the dragon statue,
Yeah,
we saw that or who saw that?
that was, I believe, Edwin. who saw it.
Edwin saw it. Edwin saw that there was a loose floorboard.
Yep.
With and then we looked at it a little bit closer and realized that it was a path into the house that
Yeah.
leads into the forest,
So
and there was a piece of fabric on it.
yeah, it was like a black piece of fabric, not like a complete rip that's like, you know, long or anything, but like a small little patch of just black fabric. And we looked down at the footprints, and it's just one set of footprints, or at least we.
You know what I was about
think
to
it's one
say?
set of
I was
footprints.
like, oh, we should have the animals smell that and hunt it.
And then you realize the animals are not
I see
there.
what you did, Matthew Hartley.
Because if he did, that would have been really easy to just track their footsteps with the animals. But that's probably why they took care of them, because they're very,
Screw you.
very careful. So
I'm
kinda
just
pick
kidding.
up
Don't screw
where-
you. I really love it.
to kind of pick up where Mitch was talking about when we were checking.
I love that out of character thing you said. That was so funny. Do
What did I say?
you not remember?
There was
Well,
a lot
out
of
of character. This takes care of the animal problem.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh well, I guess we don't have to worry about Una now. Yeah.
That was
Um,
funny.
So to
True,
kind of pick
though.
up where Mitch was talking with Aaron's room, so we go up there. Well, Edwin and Timeless go up there. I kind of follow him a little bit after we discuss what's going on.
Mhm.
And we kind of checked the room for anything to see, the window was open. I rolled really, really good on my investigation, which sometimes doesn't happen. But with a +8, I'm like, thank God. And I, found that a lot of the room was like completely turned over, but not like they're just throwing stuff on the ground and everything. Like, it was very careful.
Yep.
Mattress was flipped. Sheets were like, taken off a little bit. The dust underneath the bed was kind of cleared off as if they were like putting their hand underneath it and stuff. They checked every nook and cranny in this room very carefully.
And we kind of hit a dead spot. We couldn't find any leads because we knew that they ransacked it really well.
Yeah, but we didn't know what they were looking for.
Yeah, we didn't know what they were looking for. So I asked Matt. I was like, well, no. Liz, in character, asked Zion. So Timeless asked Zion, is there any clues or messages that Aaron would leave you when he was, working with you, being your mentor?
Yep.
And I did Matt had me roll, is it history?
I thought it was intelligence.
Or intelligence. No, it was an intelligence check. That's right. I'd rolled, oh God, what did I roll? I rolled pretty good.
It was a good roll.
It was a good roll. And I remembered that he would use textbooks and their titles to leave me hidden messages. So we went back we went to the bookcases downstairs, and we decoded a message in the book titles called Manifest.
Yep. Oh, there was another thing in Aaron's room. Timeless
Which
was
I thought
looking around.
led that back up to it.
So Timeless was also looking around that room a little bit, and she noticed a little floorboard kind of poking up in the corner of the room that wasn't like near the bed, near the desk or anything, because we also looked through the desks, looked through documents, saw some intriguing stuff in there, like the fact that he kind of hid things that he had found from the people he was reporting it to.
There were noticeably rare artifacts that were in his house that weren't on the manifests of
the
excavations.
Yeah.
So he's been kind of taking them for his own.
That's right. That's how.
And so we found this little floorboard area. She kind of took care of it, got it up, and she, took off the floorboard. And in the floor was a violet pillowcase, right? Like a violet pillow with a indentation, but nothing in it. Like, it's the object that it was resting on is, gone.
Resting on it.
Yeah, resting on it was gone, and it wasn't like a pearl or anything, but it was like a big kind of rectangular indentation. So whatever it was kind of big. Like, it's like possibly be documents, could possibly be something. It was something.
Yep, it could be anything really.
Yeah, and that that was essentially what they found, because it made me think. Well, they have this Dance of the Dragons in the main room. If they were robbing this place, they would have took that. They would have probably took some other
they were on a
rare
specific
stuff.
message or mission to find that thing.
Yep. And so they obviously found it, and through further investigation, we also found out that those footprints weren't just going one way, but they were going back the same way, because they were kind of stepping in the same kind of spot as they were walking. Kind of like it kind of reminded me of like The Shining, where like the kid is running from Jack Torrance in the maze, and to like get him away from him, he walked up a path and then walked back the same path to kind of mix up Jack Torrance. That's what I kind of got it from.
Well, I imagine like when you walk in snow.
Yeah, and you just
and
kind
it's
of
like
step
really
back.
deep, and you go through the same footprints.
Yeah,
that you came from.
So we found out that they were going, at least from that point, in and out the same way, in the exact same place, to make it look like one person was like walking in and out. The window upstairs that was open gives me some suspicion about why they would leave that open, unless if they're coming out from one way and back the other way. But it could also be like, oh, well, the window's open upstairs, so they must have came from the window, and there's only one set of footprints in this tunnel, so there's no way they could have, but could have just been like a diversion or anything like that. So eventually we get the manifest book. We kind of go through the books, and you mentioned something like the chapters are different.
So I took one of the books that I recognized the title of, started flipping through it, and I noticed that the chapters
Yep.
within this book did not match the chapters that used to be within the book. Like
Yeah.
it's a book I've read like a lot, I'm guessing, to be able to
Yeah.
make that check. And I was like, the chapters don't make sense. This isn't the title of the first chapter. This is something different.
Mm-hmm.
And we eventually linked that the titles were the missing artifacts from the actual manifest, the official manifest. This was the manifest for missing
For his collection.
Yeah.
for his collection.
His
Yeah.
inventory. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go at least.
We try to inventory
Yeah.
everything to figure out what's missing.
Yeah.
And that doesn't go too well because there's 4 of us doing this. It's
Yeah. So
Liz, Daniel, me, and Kyle.
yeah.
And
I don't think anybody rolled well.
I rolled like a 20 something.
Oh, but it was a group check.
Yeah, but
It was a group
like,
check.
So basically, it was like I was like looking thoroughly through files, and everyone was like,
Liz made an alright
Yeah.
check. Hers check was like 11, wasn't it? Or
it
even
was
worse.
it was low.
It was low enough.
Most of
Oh.
yeah, it was
well,
like
I know Daniel and I rolled ones.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why.
It was
Yeah, they each
significally
count as two
yeah, it was
failures.
Yeah, I
significantly
was like, I
bad.
thought Liz's was all right. It was the
Liz's-
2 nat ones that.
Yeah.
It was the
'Cause
4
originally
fails
I was
out the
like-
jump.
Well, I got a 5,
yeah,
and I was like, but it's a natural 1, and you're like, ooh.
And
yeah,
then Daniel goes, I also got a now, and I went, ooh.
yeah, and I was like,
Yeah,
and
it
I
was-
have a 26.
Yeah, we got a little screwed up.
Oh, also while the 4 of us were searching,
Yep.
Leofa also
Leofa
devised a plan
and
to
Arthur.
and Arthur as well, because we were like, hey Arthur, you should probably go.
Oh
with
wait,
Leofa
no,
to-
doesn't Leofa scout around the house?
Leofa does
first
scout-
and notices this.
Yeah, so
Notices the what?
Leofa first kind of
Oh yeah.
Leofa first kind of searched the house for like
She went
from
outside
the windows, to see if there was any strange things from there, and she went outside and saw the statues of
of
both
the 2
of
animals.
the 2 animals. Then she came back inside and went down the tunnel for a while. Didn't go too far.
Well, no, then we found
And for
Lucifer.
the audience, when they say the 2 animals, it's the 2
Yeah, Luna.
Una
Luna.
and
I don't know why I said
Not
Luna.
Luna.
Yeah, lunar eclipse. I mean,
Una
something.
and Eclipse.
I know that was a group name suggestion at one point.
That was
the
pretty
2
cool.
animals
Yeah.
from the party.
Yeah,
So
the puma and the
Which are not
direwolf.
supposed to be statues.
yeah, so
Nope.
they have been petrified, and Leofa does go down the tunnel just to see how far it goes. Not like too far, but she does like eventually reach the top of the tunnel and sees that the footprints are leading out into a forest. But then she comes back and she kind of suggests that she goes out farther to see where they lead.
Yep.
We also suggest that Arthur goes with, because having one person go out alone usually
Bad
isn't the best
idea.
idea. So having maybe the rogue and the big giant barbarian man kind of traverse the forest together
Good
might
plan.
give them some extra insurance just to be safe. So they go do that while we search, and they encounter quite a lot. They also
Yeah.
find out quite a lot.
Yeah, they found a tripwire, which we learned later was not designed by the people we thought it was.
Yeah, we
But-
didn't it was that was kind of a twist. That was a
yep.
big twist.
But they run into a black dragon
Yeah,
while in the forest.
yeah, that took me by surprise because I heard.
Do you understand the dragon thing now? Yeah.
You and your family and your people are all about dragons and like.
Did you do that on purpose?
I guess we'll
Who
never know.
knows?
Dang you, Matt. Dang you.
A lot of stuff about dragons, and it's interesting because like it wasn't a hostile dragon. The dragon said like, "Where's Master Aaron?" Which means Aaron had control of this dragon.
Yep.
And he didn't know you. You didn't know him.
Nope.
And it's kind of surprising to me to
Well,
be like,
because I've never been to his house.
you've never been to
before.
his house, so you've never seen it. It also makes me think, how long has he had the dragon for? Did he just obtain it while you were away? Did he always have it when you were still there? Questions do arise. But
Well, if we had him, I would ask, but we don't have
we
him.
don't have him. So Leofa and Arthur talk to the dragon, and they kind of say, well, we promised to help find Master Aaron. We're going to try and look for him because we're not sure where he is. And, the dragon did say, if you need help, give me a call. And we do give him a call a little later.
Yeah, we do.
So after that, they head back, and we're still searching through stuff, but we managed to get a couple of things. We also figure out that one of the chapters at the end of a book has no writing in it, or at
Yep.
least it's
blank.
and immediately we threw out ideas to what it could be.
This
And
is-
I said, "Oh, it must be the book from Harry
Oh my
Potter and the
gosh.
Chamber of Secrets when you just say or you
That
write something."
bit went on for too long.
Oh yeah, I guess to kind of add more context, I specifically, just me, constantly made a
No,
lot.
I made a Harry
we
Potter
also,
reference.
We also made a lot. This chapter kind of I'm going to call it a chapter. This session did kind of
Was
give
Harry
me
Potter.
a lot of Harry Potter vibes. There's some stuff.
Spiders.
Yeah, there's some stuff later that also kind of goes with that too.
It wasn't even intentional.
I know that's the
Dude,
thing.
there was too much. There was too much
The book,
in common.
the book with no ink in it, and it's like, well, what if we just say something to it, or we write something down? Maybe it'll answer. Maybe it's Tom Riddle's diary.
It was the thing that even had nothing to do with the session. You just kept going and you built up. It was a
Hagrid.
Hagrid.
Just-
I was like,
every time music would swell up, and I'd just reach my hand out and scream, Hagrid! And eventually, we do figure out that it is an illusion, but we also find something else a little bit. I believe it was also Timeless and Edwin who were searching for it, but they found a Tiamat statue
so she put on some reading glasses.
Yep.
Which were Master Aaron's.
reading in air quotes.
And that illuminated in a different
Mhm.
bookcase
The words Tiamat, yeah.
or the letters for
Yeah.
Tiamat.
And they eventually uncover the statue of this five-headed dragon.
It's a statue of the Dragon Queen
Mhm.
over her hoard. It's called the Dragon Queen's
Mhm.
hoard. But
Yeah.
and I had a glyph on the chest.
there was like a chest with all the treasure that Tiamat was
Yeah, yeah,
standing on.
Yep, and it
then,
had runes on it
Yeah.
that you can only see
through the glasses.
glasses.
So we tried reading it, and I'm an Arcana expert, but obviously I rolled really bad. Edwin rolled fairly well. I think he had like what, a 18? It was high for what it was, and he still couldn't read it, which is interesting because it's like that. Even at a high roll like that, and it's still unreadable,
Mm-hmm.
must be something pretty darn
profound.
Yeah, but we thought about using the dispel magic on the chest or using it on the book.
Because Edwin only had one spell slot left.
So either and the thing is that with the chest, I wasn't sure if it would actually work because we didn't know how strong the spell would be because we didn't know what the runes said. So we either had to use it on the book because we also found runes on the book, very small. We noticed
Yep.
it's like kind of an illusionary kind of spell on the book. So if you dispelled it on there, it would show you what it is. So we went with the book because we thought it would further our search a little bit.
Yes.
So we unlocked the illusion, and in it is actually a journal entry. The chapter is still unnamed because it's mostly just a journal entry. And just to kind of sum it up, it was about an excavation that I'm going to assume Aaron probably took because this is probably his journal. And there was a lot of stuff that went down. Deafening. The noise was really loud. Mind flayers were around there.
Mm.
They kind of messed people up.
The silence was
Deafening. There it was. Silence was deafening. Mind flayers were there. Very careful.
That's an important detail.
Very important detail. And I remember one specific line about leaving a hand and a piece of flesh. That was really gross and weird.
Yes.
But
I like
the
that.
most important part of it was the item that they had kind of procured. At least Aaron kind of found it, or maybe Aaron found it, but and took it into his collection. That was like speaking to him, and it was like stonework, kind of like a little stonework. Was it stonework? No, was it?
I don't think I ever described what it looked like.
Oh no, I think he just said it was like an item, and it was calling to him.
Yeah,
Very.
that wasn't purposeful.
See, for me, immediately from reading that,
yeah,
I
thought of the centipede.
because
Yeah.
it's like, and it also, oh my god, it just made me think of something else. That vision I
A
saw
jungle.
of the jungle and the pyramids and this old looking, probably half elven man grabbing what looked like a stone centipede and putting it here and writing it in his little book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Matt's
I-
like,
I-
Mwahaha. as he leans back in his chair.
Which means that the half elven, it might have just been just a straight up elven man, and I keep saying half elven. But the person I've been seeing in my visions, who's been doing a lot of the magical stuff, writing in a book and all that stuff, might have been your master in my dreams. Which is,
who knows anything?
it makes the most sense because I'm like, excavation. Probably he didn't say they were in a jungle in the book, but I can assume they were probably in a jungle or they were on an excavation. They found this centipede. He kept it for himself, and somehow, some way, it found you. Somehow.
Weird
Indeed.
Wait a minute.
So,
Wait a minute.
So the pieces are starting to
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, let's
Wait
hear
a
it. Let's hear
minute.
it. Let's hear it. Unless it's like super important to the story, then it's like spoiler territory. Because if it's something, okay.
Was he the other one? You can't answer it, but
Well, he'll answer with a maybe.
Ask and I'll give my best answer.
Just ask him. Just ask. I mean, it gives us.
was
more
he the
ideas.
other one that took the thing? Because there was
Who knows?
That's your answer.
that's
Are you
always your
thinking about
answer.
when like the big vision with
No,
the
no,
lore
no.
and stuff?
He's talking about the columns.
Yeah, there was a column that was
yeah,
as
the one
if
that
someone
was taken.
taken.
I don't think it was. I don't know if it could have been him. Though.
He's a master of He's a master.
He's a master of antiquities. Yes. Well.
Yeah.
No. It's starting to because
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
book was also written in deep speech.
Yep.
I had to translate it from deep speech.
Yep.
Well, you don't know if your mentor actually speaks deep speech. That could have been anybody.
Sure.
This was
Your
that-
vision says otherwise.
Yeah, but I've also come to learn that my visions can also be from different realities. Maybe. More than likely sometimes. There's definitely ones that are from different realities for sure.
Maybe.
We'll keep it as a maybe, but it's
You don't know.
the thing is like now that we're like fully discussing it, that's when I'm like, oh,
Yep.
that makes like the Raven Queen one.
Yep. Oh, dude, I can't. I hope that's so true.
the
Matt's
eureka
like,
moment.
Shut up.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like it would appear that at least when it comes to me and you,
We're very entwined.
we're very entwined with each other. That's what I'm kind of getting.
Why do you
like,
think we had session 0
I've
together?
seen visions of your master in my dreams from my patron who showed it to me for reasons that I don't know because I'm fucking confused. And then I start seeing more stuff that's like either did not happen that way or in the case of like the ashen looking world might come to pass or have already come to pass. And then there's the big war one with Tiamat and all them getting mollywopped. And
Yep.
Tiamat didn't get mollywopped.
Tiamat was already like a part of the shadow stuff. So it did get mollywopped, but it's been assimilated into this darkness,
And
which
then
I'm
the
still
darkness.
found me.
Well, mollywopped the light.
Yeah. I'm still standing by my theory that your dad is also the shadow. I will always stand by that. It might not even be true.
I don't know about that one.
I
could believe the wife is the Raven Queen though. That one I could get behind.
It's just, to me, it makes so much sense. Kind of. It's kind of far-fetched to think, like, oh, the Dominus is probably the darkness, but, like, with the concept of multiple realities and everything
Who
knows.
knows?
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's just, this man that I've just met who is extremely power-hungry has a Project D aside in his, well, we don't know about that.
You never
but
met him.
We've seen him. I've
Yeah.
seen how he acts. I've seen how you
No,
talk about
no,
him.
You've seen how I talk about him. You haven't seen how he acts.
Oh, I guess I was dead, wasn't I? I guess I never really saw him.
You've never even met him.
I've never met him because I died in
You
battle.
only heard me talk about him.
Still, from out
Barely. And barely that.
out of character,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah,
it's-
right. Out of character. Of
I've
course.
never met him personally, but from what you've said about your dad,
Which isn't a whole lot.
which isn't a whole lot.
I let
at
it
least with-
slip one goddamn time.
and I mean, people know about mine because I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my dad, because you know.
I can't believe I let that slip. That was
Yeah.
a in character, out of character slip. Because everyone knew he was my dad, and then I let it slip in
character that it was
I was
your
like,
dad.
son of a bitch.
I think it was the fact that the players already knew it was your dad, So you were in the mindset of like, well, they know it's my dad. So you said it.
No,
No.
I don't think so.
I might
think
have.
it was a genuine accident.
Oh, dude. No, I feel like it was an accident too, but I think the accident came from you thinking the players, since the players already knew, you were kind of at the mindset of like, I'm talking to them like as players. So like, yeah, they know it's my dad. And then you let it slip out and you're like, but my character doesn't tell them yet because the characters don't know. Fuck. But
Too late.
yeah,
It's okay. I lived with that mistake.
this is why I like talking about it on the podcast, right? Because like after session, we talk about it for a little bit just to kind of go over it. But when we're actually here, kind of going through everything, sitting
Yeah.
down,
Theories arise.
theories arise, stuff from like past sessions start to become a little more clearer.
We identify the breadcrumbs.
Who noses are had?
Who noses are had?
I don't get that reference.
He just keeps saying who knows. That's
Oh,
what the
okay,
reference is.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking literal nose.
But
No.
And I'm like,
whose nose? Who? So I guess
where are the drugs?
to get back on the topic of where
college
we were
humor.
doing next. So we searched the house, and we were looking for our stuff. We found the book with no pages. We dispelled the spell.
Yep.
Lay off on Arthur, come back.
Yep.
We read the journal entry, and we decide on what to do next.
And we decided that the best way to get Aaron and Una and Eclipse and Lucifer
Lucifer.
back, it was to be best. We put the 3 statues in the pocket dimension
Yep.
so that we wouldn't have to lug them around.
Yep.
That was a smart move.
Yeah. I mean, it's
And
either we
then-
kept them in the house or we, took them with us.
Which wouldn't work
Yeah.
very well. So we left. We're like, okay, we have to like find out where they went. And the best way to do that is track what we know. Track who's most likely to have taken them, which is the footprint. So we were tracking. We made it pretty far.
Yeah.
And then
We
trail went cold.
we encountered a few things. Also, I guess before the dragon also tripped one of the alarms because of it forgot to tell us that the forest was dangerous. And we learned that very soon that
That's
the
right.
forest is in fact very dangerous.
That's very.
So-
oh God, that's so funny.
Hold
Hold on,
we,
I want to describe what happened.
Yeah.
So Leafa and Arthur are getting ready to leave, and then Matt does a like the dragon's flying
Yeah.
back, and they're like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
And the dragon lands. Also, the forest is very dangerous, and then flies away again.
Forgot to tell you, the forest is very dangerous. I'm just warning you right now. And while he landed, his foot touched the tripwire. So,
Yep.
and we thought that the people that kidnapped Aaron
Set that tripwire.
set it there as a
Oh
as an
no,
alarm,
they did
and
not.
It was not.
It was not them.
So,
I'm surprised they didn't set it off.
well, that is true. But we also immediately left.
Also, forgot to tell you, the forest is very dangerous.
So we all start to head back into the forest.
Yep, we go
following
back into the
footsteps,
forest,
and,
yep.
and we're being
Stealthy.
for the most part, very stealthy, very quiet, kind of keeping our eyes open. And the farther we go into the forest, the more we, get a feeling that something bad's happening.
Spiders.
So we see these little tiny spiders.
No.
in the forest.
We don't
Oh,
see.
oh.
We don't see the tiny spiders.
Yeah.
And they're not tiny. They're just smaller.
They're just
Think
smaller.
small dog.
Oh,
Or dog
they're
size.
okay. So they're okay.
Yeah.
So
They're not small.
they're not small. But I mean,
Smaller.
they're
but
smaller than the
denser.
other ones. So
Trail goes cold. We're like, oh, gosh, what is going on? And then I look up. I make an investigation roll.
isn't it you and Edwin who make the investigation?
Yeah.
And then
I look up,
oh my
and there's webs in the trees,
funny.
and I see cocoons.
Yeah.
And I try to find an Aaron-sized cocoon, and I didn't, which is unfortunate. I was
Oh,
hoping.
You watch a horse-sized cocoon get
Yeah,
dragged.
there was
Yeah, I did see a horse-sized cocoon go away.
it and this is just to kind of bring it back around a little bit. That also reminded me of another Harry Potter scene. When Ron and Harry went to go investigate the spider in the woods, and they're looking up, and he's like, Harry, Harry.
No, I made a direct reference
Yeah,
to that.
he,
in-
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Matt
did.
makes a direct reference to it because I'm like,
Because
It is that scene, isn't it?
like you were like looking around, I think, and then you like saw some of the spiders,
Yeah.
and I was like, this is like the when Ron pulls
Yeah.
on Harry's
Yep.
jacket, like, Harry, and he like, looks up, and like the spiders
Yeah.
are like all
Coming
in the
down.
trees,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
So,
yeah, coming down
we
from
were-
the trees, and yeah.
They were coming down in session. We were actually being really stealthy, and they didn't notice us. Not yet.
Until
We kind of.
So trail goes
Yeah.
cold. We notice all these freaking spiders webbing up different large animals,
Yeah.
and we were like, "What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?" Someone threw out, we do have a flying broom. Like we bought that. We're like,
That's true.
"Oh, that's a great idea."
Yeah.
So Edwin hops on the broom, flies up above the canopy, right?
Yep.
And he tries
And he-
getting closer to the canopy.
He does fly.
he flies
pretty well
up
for the
above,
first time.
but then he can't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. So
So
he
he starts
starts to
to
fly
lower.
back in it.
However,
I
When he
made him
tr-
make a stealth check
Yep. Which
and a dexterity check,
Yep.
just avoid
just to avoid anything,
the web,
the webs.
trees and stuff
So as he does that, he rolls a 1
on stealth.
on stealth. No. Yeah. He
and
did.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say at that point, it
At-
didn't matter what his dexterity was.
Yep. So
But-
he
Well, no, he put his hand.
plummets. He plummets,
No, he's about to, and he puts his hand
he
on
puts
a
his
tree to
hand-
steady himself.
and on the tree was a spider that he just touched with his hand, right? And so Matt says, "I'm going to give you a split second to do
Figure out
whatever
what to
you want, right?" And so he's like, "Okay, so I'm going to start backing up." And I'm like, "Okay, that's a good idea."
And
And
then
then he shoots sparks
well,
out of
he
his
uses
hand.
prestidigitation
he uses
to do-
prestidigitation to shoot sparks out of his hand.
in front of the spider.
Because I'm like, well, that doesn't give you anything of a speed boost. It's just sparks coming out of your hand.
Our sparkle mage.
Yeah. And so his sparkles alert the spiders. Well, and this whole time I'm like, well, we've only, and to give more context,
We've only alerted one spider. This is gonna be fun.
yeah, and also, while we've been in this, once we left Aaron's house, we have been out in the woods for an hour and a half. So it took us an hour and a half.
And we had some pretty good tracking checks.
to get to where we were.
Yeah.
So once Edwin alerted that one spider with the sparks,
Well, just with touching.
just with touching
the
it,
Sparks were just.
the sparks were
cherry
just
on
for
top.
extra.
The cherry on
Um,
top of the bad.
It began
stealth.
to screech, which then awoke all the other spiders. And at that point, I was like, we are fucked, because before that we had we had we were kind of at an impasse, because like some of us were like, maybe we should go back already. Some were like, well, me, I was like, we need to keep going forward because we've already put too much time going.
Yeah, I was with you and keeping
And-
moving forward.
So, and also there was also the thought of we should burn the whole forest, which comes in later. Which
That one I was
also like,
nope.
I
That
was
one
like,
was a big nope for
I'm
me.
sorry. Because it won't just, it's just, I mean, burning the forest is burning the forest. But I was thinking about from consequences standpoint. I was
That's a
thinking,
big
you're
consequence.
burning the forest, which means A, you're alerting the people we're following,
What did you do?
and you're also alerting the Dominion of a fire going on in the forest just outside of town, which could be very, very bad. So,
Yeah. No, what do you mean? Like the authorities come.
the
Check
authorities
up on
come
Aaron
check
and his
Aaron's house, and they see all this shit. Yeah, he's done. He's going to jail for a very long time.
He's gone.
So-
Gone ski.
So we start running away back the way we came because a
Yeah,
wave
so,
of spiders.
The way I describe it is
Yeah.
they just hear which is Edwin on
flying.
his broom.
He's zooming.
flying. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not.
He's gone.
Going slow. He's zooming.
Yeah.
And they just hear like just a wave of spiders like coming through
Yeah.
the trees chasing.
Yep.
And then I start playing Fortunate Son as they all begin to run.
Yeah, so we started hauling back the way we came, and I'm already like, oh my god, because I'm thinking about time. It would be like an hour of us running, which is a very long time.
Constitution check.
Yeah, and I almost got taken.
Yeah.
Well, you did a dex check.
Yeah, and I didn't do very hot on the dex check. I almost got
You-
taken, but
Me and
luckily-
Arthur
yeah, me and
saved
Mr.
your
Cole.
booty.
Then he tried to put us in the he tried to put us in the pocket dimension.
I didn't touch anything this time.
Okay, there we go. It's done.
So Arthur tries to put us in the pocket dimension. We're sitting here like, I don't know. And so as we're thinking about it, the pocket dimension also gets snagged with a web, and Arthur was able to pull it out. So luckily we didn't just lose the pocket dimension and Lucifer and Una and Eclipse in one fell swoop, and we start to run. Layoff was gone, speeding down the trail.
Yep.
Edwin is zooming with the broom, and
he's lighting torches.
He's lighting
just,
torches,
like,
and
eating them into the
I'm
forest
I'm
below.
bombarding spiders with Eldritch Blast,
while carried by
while also being
Arthur
carried
and
with one leg on Arthur and
Messiah.
one leg, like double piggybacking.
Timeless
and I
is shooting her
shoot back.
fire bowstring.
So eventually,
You're shooting fire cantrips just
Yep.
as
Yep.
you're running.
so eventually the forest more or less becomes engulfed in flames. The spiders in waves, almost like World
And
War Z, like
which should be mentioned. We forgot to mention something. As we heard Edwin zoom by,
yeah.
Arthur started screaming dragon.
yeah, just at the top of his lungs.
Yep, which
yeah.
also then alerted the spiders to us, which
Yeah.
which was like
And you're like, why would he do that? Well, it got the dragon's attention.
it took him a little bit to get to where we were because he didn't come instantly when we yelled.
No.
We were running. The forest was already on fire, and we started
It was
running.
it was catching.
Catch-
It was catching, but I mean, with the amount of fire we threw into this forest, it's gonna catch. It's gonna be engulfed pretty soon. We were throwing
Yeah.
fire cantrips, fire bolts, fire bows, like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So the dragon eventually comes in. Doesn't fly in either.
No,
he-
It was
he flies
I
in
thought it
and
was
then he
I thought it was
lands.
like running.
He flies in and then like crashes like
Yeah.
through the canopy.
Real like, wow, so cool, dragon. Looks at the waves of spiders, turns back and starts running with us.
And could I deliver the line
Yeah.
of? So he looks at us and is running with us, and he asks, "What did you do?"
So
As Unfortunate Sons is playing, and
Yeah,
this
yeah.
big black dragon is
Yeah.
asking us what we did as he's running from this wave of
yeah.
spiders.
And I think what Arthur was thinking when he yelled for the dragon was that it was going to blow fire at the spiders.
Oh, it's a black dragon.
But it's a black dragon, and I'm pretty sure they don't do fire. It's like water.
They
or
do
air,
acid.
Or it was acid.
Yes,
Which,
it's acid.
Which I mean, that might have worked, but the forest would also be pretty destroyed by the breath of a dragon.
And it's only an adult dragon.
And it's just
It's not an
only
ancient dragon.
no,
No.
it's just an adult dragon, but still,
It's not huge.
It's not. Yeah,
It's
like-
big.
It's big.
Big.
But
but
I
it's
mean, the
not
acid
huge.
would probably
I don't even
take
think
care
it
of
could
a few.
carry you all.
No.
Oh, really?
Well, it's not an ancient dragon. It's not huge.
It's not huge.
It's like an adult, so it can maybe hold like what, maybe 3,
maybe.
maybe.
Hmm.
So we have one currently on a broom, so he's taken care of.
I
But
can't believe
still,
that
There's still
happened.
5 more people left on the ground. So one of us can probably ride it for sure. 2 people, depending on size. Maybe Arthur might have to run it. But that is where the session did end.
Which
with-
I appreciate you
quite a-
ending it kind of early.
with quite a bang. It was
Quite a
A good spot to end, I felt.
I think it was
Yeah.
a good cliffhanger. It was kind of a way to be like, welcome back to the
See,
welcome
but you
back to
didn't like
D&D.
this session.
I did think there were some areas that were I don't know. It was personally just me. It was the beginning when I was like kind of getting messed up a lot, and I was like, I just don't feel like I'm doing a lot for the people right now. I'm
You
already.
can't win every fight.
I know. It's just like I kind of
fine,
get where
you're-
you're coming from too, because it's like as the magic user, it kind of becomes like if I get at least one, if like especially with 2 Eldritch Blasts that I can shoot, that's like massive
Well, and
massive damage. But like also proximity and also a lot of that kind
When
of
you
goes
also
into play.
Just happened to fail the
Yeah,
checks, too. It wasn't even.
Yeah,
It went
it was-
on Arthur too. The same thing.
yeah, and he
but
just rolled really good.
Just rolled better.
Yeah, I get it's more just on me being like I just not doing too hot with rolls
yeah.
and everything. I just wasn't feeling like the best because I was like I am failing a lot. And at the end, I think it just kind of fell more on like I guess it was like D&D is it's like fun random stuff, like you're not expected things some things just happen out of nowhere, but I don't know, I was like thinking about how much time it took us to get here, to fail and run back was like, oh no,
Nards.
I just could not. I was like, we did so much and we have to go back and like
Yeah.
we're gonna most likely rest because we got to get all of our stuff back. And by then, like, the trail's going to probably go cold. And
It's being engulfed in flames.
the forest is engulfed in flames.
It's starting to catch fire.
It's going to be engulfed in flames sooner or later. At least a big, not a big portion, but at least the way we came back might be covered in flames. Which probably alerted the people, and it probably alerted the
By
dominants
the way, have
too.
you guys seen Grounded? That game?
No, I
think
have
so.
not.
It's,
Have
yeah,
you seen the spiders in that game?
yeah,
Like
They're
in
like that?
comparison to the people,
yeah.
those are the big ones. That's how big the big ones are.
Those are
So now you know why the dragon's running away.
yeah.
too.
They're those are big.
I was imagining the big spiders to be Aragog. Oh my!
Aragog?
Aragog.
The spider in Harry Potter, the big one.
It's like it's bigger.
Probably a little bigger than that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like, Grounded is like Honey, I Shrunk My Kids. So
Yeah,
everyone's
I
like
shrunk the
smaller.
kids, but-
Yeah, I shrunk my kids. They're my kids. But like they're like shrunken down.
I'm
to
winning
size.
the divorce
I'm
battle.
winning. Yeah, they're shrunken down to like now they're in like the backyard and stuff.
Yeah.
And the
Oh.
spiders are just normal spider size.
Yeah.
But to people who have been shrunk down to like
The
lower
kid-
than grass,
my kids that were shrunk down.
like they're smaller than the size of grass.
right.
The spiders
That's
there
huge.
are like gargantuan, and those are the spiders that we saw. Like they were huge.
Like those are the big ones.
Yeah,
Like the rest of them are, like I said, like
dogs.
sized.
And these would probably be
Right, and there was 5 or 6 big ones.
yeah,
that we
and we
saw.
alerted
That you saw.
all of them, which was like,
Preference that we saw.
and I think my mindset was like, well, they haven't provoked us at all because if they were dangerous, the first minute we stepped in this forest, they should have been on us, but they weren't because they were just watching.
Vibing. They were vibing.
It's like it was like those kids in the forest, except they didn't try to attack. They were just watching. They were like, "You're going through the forest. You haven't tripped anything. You haven't done anything that would make us want to attack you. So we're not going to attack you." It was when he touched the spider. Granted, it was a bad saving throw, like a bad check. So it's just up to the roll. But I was just like, we just
It
had
wasn't a bad check. It was the worst possible.
it was the worst
check.
possible. And I was like, we probably would have been okay if we just kept walking. But everyone was like, let's turn back. And it's like, but we're so far. We could just keep going. This,
I will say this: it's gonna be certainly interesting to see what
Yeah.
happens next session.
oh my God.
because you can only sprint for so long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We're running for what took us
before
about an hour and a
exhaustion
half.
Starts to kick in.
Yeah. I mean, it took us almost, like, remember when we were
Like,
running
we're
through the,
adventurers, but
Yeah.
like
we're not Usain Bolt, we're not sprinting for miles and miles and miles and miles. Also, it kind of reminds me of the part when we were in the underground, like underwater city, and we were like running for a very long time. We were absolutely winded after that. And that, I don't remember the exact time frame, but it definitely wasn't an hour and a half. It was like maybe 20 minutes. So
yeah.
it's gonna be
You know, that
interesting.
Interesting.
the more and more I think about it, the pocket dimension looks like a better place to go.
But I'm also like he's like, well, we can just take it and run. But I'm also like, well, once people are in it, we're stuck. So we have to.
yeah,
be
but
in
it's not
that-
like the spiders
we'll
are gonna
be-
eat
yeah,
it.
we'll be protected. But it's a matter of how long do we have to wait before
We
all
wait-
these thousands of spiders?
We wait 8 hours while we sleep.
And if those 8 hours come and they're still there,
Pop in, pop out, pop back in.
for what?
Boop, boop.
What would that do?
Make sure that the spiders were gone or we're still there.
Well, we can see them. Like, can't we see them from inside? Like, we look up and we can see people from outside of it.
you can see from the inside. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Oh,
you
there
can
you
look.
go.
You can
So
look
we don't
up
even
and
gotta
see,
go out.
Yeah, you don't have to pop out. But I'm just like,
it's like a choice from the. It's on the console. If you
Yeah.
remember that, like you
Yeah.
can like choose like to have like the blue sky, sunset,
Yeah.
time of day. You
so you can
turn
just
that
be like,
off
I want to
and
see.
just see the outside.
Yeah,
It's grounded view though,
yeah.
so
So,
like
you'll only see what's.
hard to see stuff, but
Yeah.
Right.
So you won't entirely know,
because you're like
but like
ant size.
based on the
Yeah.
waves and waves of spiders, because they seem like they inhabited almost every part of this forest. Based on the question of, I believe you asked how far do the spiders go for. I believe like you want to know how far they kind of reached along the tree lines and stuff.
Right, because I wanted to see how far back we had to
Yeah.
go, like kind of pass them.
That I believe you said it was hard to tell.
He rolled poorly, though.
Yeah. So, it could be
It was like
any
a
number.
5, I think, if I remember.
It
Yeah.
could be any number. But the fact that the dragon said that the forest is dangerous, and he's also running from very giant spiders, and there was also the small ones, I would say that there are quite a lot, and it would take us quite a lot of time. Sorry that we just... And there's no way we're fighting them because we would die. I mean, dying is not entirely the worst possible thing, but I ain't trying to die for a second time, not for like a while. But yeah, the session was still good though. I had some good moments. Everyone had like good moments, especially
I enjoyed
Alpha.
it.
Alpha rolled like 3-4 natural 20s,
Yes, you did.
which
Yeah.
was like really good. So everyone had a fun time. I'm just being.
I was glad to attack something again.
I'm just happy to cut people up.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I
I
am
did some
excited.
research on my character, and
Oh,
he's a lot better now.
you've went through some character studies and found out.
No, I
yeah.
just figured out some things I get from my multi-classing now. And
Mm,
I also learned that some of my feats give me pretty cool shit
yeah,
when I've got it out.
that's fair.
I have dual wielding as a feat, and I get a +1 to my AC when I've got 2 swords out,
Ooh, yeah. There's
which puts my AC at 20 when I'm dual wielding.
I'm sitting at a smooth 13 AC, so I'm pretty sure I might
But
be.
I
might
need
be
a
the
hand-
lowest AC in the whole.
I need a hand to cast shit, so
Yeah, but you're a dragon, man. Just shoot stuff out of your
I
mouth
don't
like a
get
dragon.
I don't get that.
Just breathe ice.
I'm a sorcerer with a draconic bloodline. I'm not a dragonborn. I don't get the breath thing that they do.
Neither does the people in Skyrim. They don't look like dragon people. You can make them look like a dragon, but most of the time they're just bulky, blonde-haired white people, and they just. I mean, at least if you're a Nord, I guess if I had to be a little more. Just be a little more specific. Maybe you're a Nord, but like they don't have scales. They ain't got no tail, and they booming thumbs out here. So
I don't get that. I don't
Matt
get to
gets it.
have the.
Matt
No, I'm
gets
just saying I don't get the booming breath.
Really cool if you did.
I know.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did. But yeah,
This is a great session.
Yeah, I thought it was a great season premiere. That's what I'll call it. It's like
I do feel like it's a great season premiere.
because like the season finale, like it's not even like a season. It's like half a season where they take a little hiatus and they come back. They give you a little season finale of like, here's where they are. They're finally in the capital,
Nearly.
Oh,
and then the
2
season,
days to go.
and then the season premiere of this
Oh.
one, and shit's already hitting the fan in the worst possible way.
Yeah, the trees are speaking spider.
The trees are speaking spider. The forest is catching flame.
The dragon is getting
still,
scared,
Aaron is still gone, and we have a funeral to attend to in 2 days.
and we have half of our power hitters are
Oh my-
encased in stone.
Oh my god! I wonder if we'll take
The
care of this
best
filler
charmer
arc
is
within the
in
next 2
stone.
days. Ugh.
I think I'm gonna take 2 long rests.
I mean, go into pocket paradise. We might have to.
You know how sometimes your real life intertwines with your character life? That would be one of those moments where I'm like, just take a long rest.
Yeah,
I'm
have-
done with that long rest. I'm going to take another.
I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I am very excited.
Speaking of long rests, it's time for me to take my IRL long rest, and I think that's where
Yeah.
we're gonna stop it.
Yeah.
All
for
right.
tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for watching this episode of 50/50 Take It or Leave It, and we'll catch you in the next one.